Hey guys, welcome to Tutorials by Gabriel. Today's tutorial is on Photoshop. We're just going to be learning the basics and how to get on the interface. Just not getting scared of this. When you first open, this is what you should see. We're going to be working with essentials. So let's go ahead and open our first image. We can go to File, Open, and select the file. And then select the thing. And there we have an image. To the right, we have our default interface. We have layers, channels, path. We have adjustments, masks, color, swatch, style. Here we have some more options. Here is our toolbox. This is our select and move tool. This is our rectangular marquee tool, the lasso tool, the quick selection tool, the crop tool, and the eyedropper tool. So let's go ahead and start. For example, layers is like if you had one piece of paper on top of another, and let's just say you're making a collage, so your background layer will be like your first paper that you put down where you're going to glue all of the images. If you want to put something on top of the image, you're going to go ahead and make new layer, which is right here. See, this is layer 1. Now with the little eye icon, you can make this visible or invisible. Of course, layer 1 has nothing in it, so it's not going to make anything visible, but background does have something, so you can go ahead and make that visible or not. For example, what I'm going to do right now is we're going to add another image. So I'm going to go to File, Open, and select something else. For example, let's select why not? Let's select Home. And you can see this open another tab. Here you can navigate between your open files. On the top, this is layer 1. This is layer that's selected right here. So what we want to do is we want to take this image into this image. What are we going to do? Now we have two options. We can just right click on the background and select duplicate layer, and then destination document, we're going to go to Moist 24, which is the other file. Select OK. You can see nothing changed. But then right here, what happened? You see background copy, which is the copy of the other background. And we see like we can't see the background image. Now, if we select the eye icon on the background copy, we can make this. We can toggle this visible or not. We're going to delete it right now. So select that with the delete key. Now, this is what I was thinking, that we had two options. The other options, I'm going to go ahead and delete this, is to go over here and let's just say we want to copy Homer, but not his shadow and not the green part. What are we going to do? We're going to select what's called the find it right here. It should be right here. 1, 2, 3, the fourth icon on the list. You right click and you click the magic wand tool. This is a very cool tool. Tolerance is, for example, let me show you what happens if I click with tolerance 32. I'm going to click the green part. You can see how select like some things are selected and some are not. Let me show what happens if I select a lower number. You can see how very little green is selected. Now, the higher we go with tolerance, the more things that get selected. For example, right now, everything, all green is selected. Maybe there's a lighter green right here, and maybe there's a darker green right here. But with the higher tolerance, that doesn't matter. So that's what we want right now. We want only Homer to be left out. Now, once that's selected, you're going to go ahead and press the delete key. And it says fill with content aware. You're just going to put, I don't know, background color, because this is the background. So in the background, you can't leave transparency. We're going to select use background color. And what we did is we took out all of the green. Now, there's a little more green. To zoom in, we're going to press the Alt key, and with the mouse wheel, you're going to zoom in right here. With your mouse, it's like you're direct where you want to zoom. We're going to get closer, closer, closer. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to click right here, and the delete key, use background color. Click right here, delete key, use background color. Click right here, delete key, use background color. Now we're going to zoom out, Alt, and mouse wheel. Now we have Homer on a white background with no shadow. But we actually want just Homer. So what we need to do is to, just take Homer. We want to right click on this layer and we want to duplicate layer. Right now we want to duplicate it right here. It's like when we're having one image on top of the other. Okay. So now what we want to do is with the magic one selected, we're going to take the tolerance to, we can put 92, for example. Yeah, 92 is fine. And what we want to do is we want to select everything, and we're going to press the delete key. Now, on the first impression, nothing happened because the background is below this, and the background has a white background. But if we make the background invisible, once we take the eye, we click the little eye, you can see how Omer. Now, check what happened. The eye got deleted too. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead. If you press Ctrl Z, you can toggle history. But it doesn't go back. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go press Ctrl Alt Z, and right now we're back to before we deleted the eye. So we're gonna change the tolerance a bit more to a lower number. For example, 64. Actually, with whole white, you could put it, I don't know, 34. So we make sure the only the white is deleted. We press the delete key, and there we have Homer on an invisible background. This checkerboard means that there's nothing in between, there's only Homer. So now we want to right click right here, and we want to duplicate layer, but on the other image. So we're going to go to Movies 24, okay, or the other file we have. And once we go to that image, you can see Homer standing right here. So this is the move tool. The move tool, once we select it, moves the layer that's selected. That's very important. So if we select the Homer, you can't just move and drag your penguins. You can see even if I click a penguin, Homer's going to move. Now to get out of our image, I'm going to zoom out with the Alt key and the mouse wheel. I'm going to zoom out a little bit more. And then I'm just going to move Homer around. Put it right here. Now, yeah, it's pretty cool. Now, the next tool I want to show is one of the basic things in Photoshop is the transform tool. You're going to press Ctrl T. Yes, I could show you the menu, but in Photoshop it's very important to learn how to use shortcuts. Otherwise, you're going to take 3 hours to do every little thing. This is the control. You can see right here, it's like you're in a different mode. You can't really do anything. For example, if you want to, I don't know, draw something. Well, I'm not going to do it now. If you want to draw something, it's going to say, please apply transformation before you do. It's like, it's very strict on when you're doing something, you can't do something else. So right now we're transforming this. This little chain right here is the aspect ratio controller. What does this mean? For example, if I click right here, you can resize it any way I want. I can make it. It loses its aspect ratio. I'm gonna go in Ctrl Z, and I'm gonna select this now. See what happens when I resize it. I only make it smaller or bigger. I don't lose any proportions. So I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. For example, right there. And then you can either press the check mark right here or press enter, and now we're back with normal edit mode. So here we have this, and we can move it around how we want. I'm gonna put it right here. So with two different images, now I have one image. I think this is a pretty good starter. You can start meshing images up. You can select with the magic wand tool. Remember to change the tolerance. There are different modes right here. This little square means that every time you click a different, for example, if I click right here, I selected the white shirt. If I click right here, I selected the blue pants. Now, if I selected the second option, what does this mean? Right now I click and I select the blue pants. If I click on the white shirt, it adds. So now I have the pants and the shirt selected. If I click on subtract, let's just say I don't want the pants anymore, but I do want to keep the shirt. So I select the pants and the pants do not get selected. And this is the other option which I'm not going to be using. For example, you need to have two different objects. For example, just say that I have the pants and the shirt selected, and there's a little thing in between that I don't want to select. For example, this black bar, and I will click right here with the fourth option, and the black bar with the black line would disappear. But the most common one is this first one, so you can select anything you want. And for example, right there, I selected the shirt. And then right now what I want to do is click the second option, which is the selection tool, rectangular marquee tool, and then right click, and then it says layer via copy. What I did was I created, let's just make the other ones invisible. I created a layer with only his shirt. Now what's the cool part about this? For example, I can make this paint bucket tool. Here's a you just all the ones that have little arrows means that if you right click, there are more options. For example, all these have way more options. I'm gonna select the paint bucket tool, and the color is right down here. It's black. Let's make it red, for example. Okay, and then I'm just gonna paint. What I did, I just painted his shirt red. So that's a pretty cool thing about Photoshop. I mean, it's all about creativity. Well, this is the first tutorial. This is only the basic part. You can do a lot more things. But I remember the first time I opened, I got overwhelmed with the interface. I didn't know what to do. But once you start to get into it, you start to try out the options. You can see it's like has no limits with what you can do. So, for example, right now I have a layer that's only his shirt and it's red. And what I want to do is, for example, I want to toggle this, and since I select the layer via copy, this means that this layer is on top of this one. So every time I want to make it white or red, I can check which one I like the best. And now, for example, this is very important, the order. For example, if you select and you put it below this one, doesn't matter if I make it visible or not, it's not going to show because it's below the other image. If I were now to move Homer with the selection tool, move tool, you can see it's right there, but it's below Homer. Or you can move this again back right here, and you can put it right there. Just Control Z to make it good again. Now to save it, you're gonna go to File, Save As, and for example, let's save this. I don't know, Homer. Now, when you save as a Photoshop format, that means that all the layers, if you later open it again, they can be re-edited, so you can keep on working. Now, I recommend you save first. You save it like that, and then File, Save As, and select JPG, so you can save it as an image that you can post on Facebook or anything you want. It needs to be JPG format. So you're gonna select JPG, you're gonna click on Save. Here's the quality. I normally use the highest quality, although it's not important to your size. It's changed to the size, but it's like, I don't know, 100 KB difference, not that much. So always try to select the maximum quality. You press OK. Temporarily, your image will get flattened, and then there it is. So now, when I open this stuff, I have Homer, which is the PSD file, and I have the JPG, which is that file I can share. And well, that's about it for our first Photoshop tutorial. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching. And remember to subscribe to our channel and like this video if you liked it, or comment if you have any questions. I will gladly answer.